was to develop a real-time web-based map application to show the current locations of users and the sense values from those users. And so we're thinking of using the smartphone as a sensor and the people as sensors. And so what the sensors could be is, it could be a heading sensor, speed, ambient noise levels, or depending on the person's phone, it could be temperature, humidity, or barometric pressure. And that would be if they had a Samsung Galaxy S4. And in Japan, there are smartphones available with radiation sensors. So that would be an option in Japan. And in the prototype application, which we had intended to develop, the sense value would either be entered by the user manually or automated as a sensor reading from the sensor. And in this project, we intended to use the accelerometer as a simulated sensor because it was accessible through JavaScript and HTML, so over the web.
The script is this, and has some events hooked up. If the device we are connecting from supports this event, we just take the acceleration, we just grab the acceleration and the velocity, and with some functions we calculate the top left, the distance from the respective element to the top of the window and to the left of the window, and we do it using this formula here, and we also use a set interval which executes this piece of code over and over, and we can set the delay. The delay is set to 10 milliseconds, I guess, right now. And what the code does, calculates the x and y, and then uses some CSS to move the picture around. So every time reads new values and moves the element accordingly. Okay.
So the accelerometer on the phone is accessible through JavaScript and a web application.
Yeah, but it's all local on the phone, right? So the only thing that's being pulled down is this code. Nothing's being pushed back up to the server then.
No, this is not client-server application.
Yeah, okay.
This is just a plain HTML5 with some JavaScript code in it, and just displays something that reads.
But before your hard drive did crash, you had a
Yeah,
work.
yeah. You can hook that with some. We were using. I don't know if you heard of SignalR for real-time web communication. SignalR is a library. The library from Microsoft, from ASP.NET team.
So I still have a question here. So I mean, I see the sensor values, and I see the picture moving based on them. But this one pulls these values from
the smartphone sensors, yeah.
And whose sensors values are these? Are my own, right? Because I'm...
Yeah, the telephone sensor, the smartphone sensors.
Okay, so it's sending first the accelerometer values to the web server, and then the script tells the picture to move.
Update the position to the left and to the top.
Okay.
So the picture moves because it updates constantly.
Okay.
Because we use set interval function.
Okay. I see. So it pulls the position of the picture from the web server, basically.
Yeah.
The application.
Yeah.
No, with this application, everything's running on the phone.
Yeah.
But
so where's the server part?
The server part comes right now.
The server part was in the demo, which was lost in the crash.
Oh, I see.
Okay, but we have many other little apps, which basically what SignalR does is chooses a transport protocol based on the framework you're using, based on your browser, based on your system. And it can go from WebSockets to Ajax long polling. WebSockets, it's actually bi-directional real time. And actually, there is a status 101, this one, you know, because I have Windows 8 on this one, and also on Windows Server 2012, and only on .NET Framework 4.5, I guess. You can use WebSockets with SignalR. So you can see here, it's like a handshake. Actually, my client talks with the server and says, well, do you support WebSockets, for example? And if not, we'll choose something less performant. You can see by the status here, 101 is switching protocols, and actually you can see all the frames transmitted between the client and the server.
So this is
right.
It's just your application, right? So the SignalR is like a software package. It's not a service that is out there.
No, SignalR. Yeah, it's like a library.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
like a library, and actually handles all the low-level transport communication between client and servers, and
Okay.
it's very easy to set up and do real time.
It's a real-time communication framework.
Okay.
And then
Yes.
there's
Okay.
a framework available for the back end for C# or
Okay.
VB.NET development, and then there's also a JavaScript library
Okay.
for use in the client applications.
So this, as JC said, our application wanted to visually show the movement of the marker in real time. But for the same reasons I said before, we don't have a web server, and so I can just simulate, the movement by dragging. And in a real-time application, any connected client will drop a marker, and the marker will move, and all the movements will be able to be seen in all the browsers, all the connected browsers.